CBS, Y, and R. Spoilers, full episodes. Welcome back to our channel, fellow Genoa City gossips. Today is a beautiful day to dive into the absolute madness that just unfolded on our screens. Grab your coffee, or maybe something stronger, because we need to talk about the explosive drama that just went down. Let's get right into it. I literally cannot even process what I just watched. I cannot believe they actually did that. My jaw is still completely on the floor, and I am typing this at like 2 a.m. because I am so wired and I need to get this out of my system before I explode. I mean, we all knew this Vegas storyline was going to be dark, but this is next level, completely unhinged soap opera gold, and I am both terrified and absolutely here for it. So, just to warn you, I am going to be all over the place because my brain is running on pure adrenaline and caffeine right now. But seriously, did we just witness the biggest rewrite of Newman history in a decade? I'm sorry, but if you aren't screaming at your television right now, are we even watching the same show? Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, back to the point. Let's set the scene because the cinematography alone in this episode deserves an award. The abandoned gas station garage, the dust floating in the air, the absolute despair. We've been watching Nick, Sharon, and Noah trapped in this grimy, hopeless hellhole for what feels like an eternity, completely at the mercy of Matt Clark's sick revenge plot. I mean, the lighting team deserves a raise. The way the shadows were casting over Nick's face made him look like a ghost. It really emphasized how close to death he is in this storyline. And Nick, oh my God, Nick Newman is literally lying there unconscious, completely drugged out of his mind, hitting a rock bottom that I don't think any of us ever expected to see. I know some people are loving this gritty Nick era, but personally, it is so hard to watch him just be a rag doll while his family is terrorized. And Adam is just lurking in the background, making these cold, calculated moves to keep him alive. But that wasn't even the main event tonight. But let's talk about the twist that literally nobody saw coming. Because out of nowhere, Matt Clark is attacked. Boom. Just like that. The guy pulling all the strings, the absolute monster who has been tormenting the Newmans, is suddenly in critical condition, and the entire dynamic of the room flips on its head. And what does Sharon do? She doubles down. For days, literally days, Sharon has been pointing fingers, screaming from the rooftops, and blaming Sienna Bacall for being the traitor, for being the one working with Matt, for being the ultimate villain in this nightmare. Sharon was so convinced. She was practically vibrating with righteous fury, ready to tear Sienna apart. And then the alibi drops. The ironclad, undeniable proof that Sienna is completely 100% innocent of the attack. I mean, the humiliation. You could physically see the color drain from Sharon's face. I have been watching this show since 2015, and I have seen Sharon Newman go through the absolute ringer. I've seen her deal with cancer, with her bipolar diagnosis, with the trauma of losing Cassie, with the insanity of the Mariah reveal. But this specific brand of public, undeniable humiliation in front of her son, it was brutal. She had put all her chips on Sienna being the bad guy, and when that fell apart, she was left standing there looking like a paranoid, hysterical mess. I kind of felt bad for her, but also, Sharon girl, you need to learn to read the room. But then, the slap. Oh my God. Can we talk about the slap? Sienna didn't just walk up to her. She stalked over to her like a predator in the ruins of that gas station. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. You could hear the crunch of the gravel under Sienna's boots. And then she just rears back and unleashes the most vicious, echoing soap opera Hall of Fame slap right across Sharon's face. Smack. I literally jumped off my couch. It was so loud, and Noah is just standing there, completely frozen, eyes wide, totally paralyzed by the shock of seeing his mother get struck like that. He didn't even move to intervene because it happened so fast and with such intense ferocity. Noah has seen his parents fight. He's seen the Newman family go to war, but seeing an outsider just physically dominate his mother like that, it completely broke his brain. You could see him trying to process if he should step in, but the sheer alpha energy radiating off Sienna just glued his feet to the floor. And I thought that was the climax. I really did. I thought, okay, Sienna gets her revenge for being falsely accused. They scream at each other, end of episode. But no, Sienna doesn't yell. She doesn't scream. She leans in. Her eyes are completely dead, like absolute ice, devoid of any human emotion. It was chilling, like staring into the abyss. She gets right next to Sharon's ear in this terrifyingly intimate invasion of space, and she whispers three words, three tiny, world-shattering words that just completely upended everything we thought we knew. I am the mother. What does that even mean? I am losing my mind over here. I am the mother. I have replayed that 10-second clip at least 20 times trying to analyze the inflection in her voice. Who is she the mother of? Is she talking about Noah? Because if they try to tell me Sharon isn't Noah's biological mother, I will riot. I will literally march down to the CBS studios and demand answers. Or is she talking about someone else? Does Sharon have another secret child? Is this tied to Mariah and Cassie? Is Sienna somehow related to the whole cult storyline from back in the day? My brain is spinning in a million different directions, and none of them make sense, but they all terrify me. I mean, think about the history here. The writers have been leaving little breadcrumbs for months, haven't they? We just didn't see them because we were so distracted by the corporate takeovers and the Abbott family drama. But now it all feels like it's crashing down into this one singular horrifying moment in a dusty garage in Vegas. Look, I know Y&R loves a good secret baby, switched at birth, stolen DNA storyline. Remember when they tried this with the whole Mariah is actually Cassie's secret twin thing? Yeah, didn't work for me at first either, though I grew to love Mariah. But this feels different. This feels malicious. Shanna didn't say it like a tearful confession. She said it like a weapon. She dropped that bomb to completely shatter Sharon's psyche. And it worked. Sharon's face, the absolute panic, the terror, the way her eyes darted around as her reality just fractured into a million pieces. The actress deserves an Emmy for that reaction alone. She looked like her soul just left her body. And you have to wonder, did Sharon already suspect something? Was her relentless paranoia about Sienna just a defense mechanism because deep down she knew Sienna held a secret that could destroy her life? Sometimes the people we accuse the loudest are the ones we are the most terrified of. And meanwhile, Nick is still unconscious. I am screaming. Your family is literally being torn apart by a biological bombshell. Your baby mama is having a complete mental breakdown. Your son is traumatized, and you are just snoozing on a dirty mattress because Matt Clark pumped you full of drugs. I am so frustrated with Nick right now. I know it's not his fault he's drugged, But the timing is just so incredibly tragic. When he finally wakes up and Adam forces him to look in the mirror to face his addiction, he's not just going to have to deal with his own demons. He's going to wake up to a family that has been fundamentally destroyed by whatever Sienna just confessed. Am I the only one who thinks Adam might know something about this? Think about it. Adam was Spider in Vegas. He knows the dark underbelly of this city. He's been orchestrating this whole tough love survival game for Nick. What if Adam brought Sienna into this? What if Chelsea, crossing enemy lines to team up with Sienna, wasn't just a random alliance? What if Chelsea knows too? Oh my God. The layers to this betrayal could be astronomical. If Adam knows that Sienna is the mother, whoever that means, and let Sharon walk into this trap, the Newman Thanksgiving dinner is going to be an absolute bloodbath. I know some people in the chat are already saying Sienna is just lying to mess with Sharon's head because she's mad about the false accusations. And yeah, maybe I acknowledge that could be a total fake out. But personally, I don't buy it. You don't whisper something that specific with that level of venom unless it's rooted in some twisted truth. There is a bloodline secret here that is going to rewrite history. And honestly, Sharon's mental health is so fragile right now. She is already dealing with the trauma of being a hostage, the terror of Matt Clark, and the guilt of falsely accusing Sienna. This secret is going to be the thing that completely breaks her. I've been discussing this in the group chats all night, and we are all collectively losing our minds. Some people think it's a hallucination, that Sharon is finally snapping and imagining the whole thing because of her bipolar disorder. But no, Noah was right there. He heard the slap. He saw the whisper. It is real, people. So what is going to happen next week? I am dreading it, but I am also counting down the seconds. Noah is going to demand to know what Sienna whispered. Sharon isn't going to be able to form a coherent sentence. Nick is going to eventually wake up, groggy and confused, and Adam is probably going to stand there with that smug, strategic smirk on his face. I am terrified for Sharon. I really am. They have pushed this character to the brink so many times, but messing with her motherhood, messing with her identity as a mother, that is the ultimate violation for her character. And I don't know if she can bounce back from this one. And let's not forget the ripple effects this is going to have back in Genoa City. When Victor and Nikki find out what went down in that gas station, oh boy. Victor is already busy destroying Phyllis and blackmailing Michael Baldwin, but once he hears that his grandchildren's lineage might be compromised or that Sharon is keeping some massive secret, he is going to unleash the full power of Newman Enterprises on Sienna Bacall. I kind of want to see Sienna and Victor go toe-to-toe, not going to lie, because if Sienna has the guts to slap Sharon Newman in front of her son and drop a bomb like that, she might actually be crazy enough to take on the mustache. Anyway, I need to go drink some water and calm down because my heart rate is way too high for a Tuesday night. I am so emotionally invested in this show, it's actually ridiculous. If you guys have any theories on who Sienna is the mother of, please drop them everywhere because I need to know I'm not the only one losing sleep over this. Are we looking at a new Newman heir, a forgotten tragedy? Whatever it is, Y and R just delivered one of the most iconic cliffhangers of the year, and I am strapped in for the ride. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you all tomorrow when we inevitably get zero answers and have to wait until Friday.